I'm just going to say, for those of you who've never met me, I am not Jamyang Leeds, which it says there. I was actually doing something for Jamyang Leeds last week, but it doesn't seem to have changed into me, Ondy Wilson. And I have had the pleasure of being at Tupton Norbuling some time ago, which was wonderful. And when I was able to meet some of you in person. And I've done quite a few different online teachings as well as leading meditations. So for this week, I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm doing the meditations, and then I'm doing one weekly until the end of October, which gives me 6 sessions. So I thought it would be nice, regardless of what you're doing with anybody else, I don't know what else is set up, to do the steps to developing bodhicitta, as it seemed to lend itself to a nice round number. You know, there's the 8 steps to leading to bodhicitta. So that's my intention, to take 1 or 2 steps today. I'm taking the first two, which is remembering the kindness of mothers. And first of all, recognizing that all sentient beings have been our mothers. Yeah. And then remembering their kindness. So it's the first 2 steps. And I'll continue that way until I end this little block of sessions with you. So, good morning to you. Here in the UK, it's very dull and rainy, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. So, I'm well on with my day, but you have a lovely way of starting your day. What time is it? Can somebody tell me? Is it 10 or
7:30.
10? It's 10:30.
No,
Nice.
7:30.
7:30 a.m.
Yes.
7:30. Wow. Well, I'm impressed. Okay. What a lovely way to start the day. So let's start. So always start with some deep breaths and a few minutes of mindfulness meditation as we calm and stabilize. And just bring your awareness without judgment to any parts of your body that are feeling a bit stiff or tense. And send that lovely healing breath there to release the tension. Let it all go. And you may wish to take refuge at this point as we set our motivation. So we're taking refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha in order to quickly become enlightened. And our motivation in doing this meditation is definitely in order to free all sentient beings from samsara and its sufferings. As a basis for this meditation, it's good to consider our understanding of equanimity, the freedom from attachment to some and aversion to others. And when I say that word, freedom, really think how that would feel if we were just untouched by these ego-based attitudes to others, the freedom of equanimity. And as with all wonderful Tibetan Buddhist meditations, they nurture each other. So as we start to consider that all sentient beings have been our mother, we can see how much easier that is to do if we have equanimity, and how also recognizing this nurtures our equanimity too. This is a massive stretch of our imagination, so blinkered are we in samsara. So one of the first logical reasons for this recognition that all sentient beings have been a mother is to contemplate the nature of the mind. So we'll do that for a little while, remembering all our teachings on mind being beginningless, even to the Buddha. And eternal, endless. This energy that goes from life to life, like bouncing shards of sunlight until we finally attain enlightenment. So if that is comfortable in our minds, then of course our current mother is one of countless, beyond millions, billions, trillions. So we really need to stretch our consideration, which feels impossible. Endless sentient bodies that we have inhabited, born from countless mothers. Not only in this realm, even though that's almost unimaginable. All the creatures of the sea and the air and the earth. Cycling in samsara again and again and again, finding it impossible to change enough to create precious human rebirths. And all these mothers have ensured that we lived and thrived. They did their very best within their own capacity. The unconditional regard of a mother. So this present mother, this human mother we have or have had, who has given us this life, within their own capacity, remembering their own levels of conditioning, their own suffering, their own challenges and difficulties, still carrying us, bearing us, giving birth to us. Everything we have, actually, has depended on our mothers. So try to generate from your heart this experience of your consciousness traveling from life to life to life and living because you were born, carried, reared. By countless mothers. Extraordinary thought. And then just to bring this into something which we can relate to in a more simple way is to look around. Look around us now. People we know. Mothers we know. And consider as we move on to this next point, their kindness. Because a human mother, often their life is put on hold as soon as they are aware that they're pregnant. They face enforced change. They lose much freedom. They may be sick, nauseous. They have to take care of what they eat. They can no longer be free and frivolous. They have to always think of keeping their baby safe. They may lose their jobs or put their careers on hold. Their love life changes as the baby becomes first. And many of you, at least some of you, will know as a parent, fathers included, of course. But the mother is held as the role model. Because of that link, that umbilical cord of connection. And if we can consider that umbilical cord going back from mother to mother to mother, all these countless lifetimes, just like our consciousness has changed, we have this link with all the mothers we have ever had who've been with us on this journey. And just consider how they have all been equally kind. And perhaps we can focus on a mother we particularly admire. It may well be our own mother. But we know that the suffering is great in samsara. So if we can look at someone we know who is just a wonderful mother, consider the ways in which they are. And the children may grow up and move away and move on. They may take partners. They may start to find fault in you when once you were on the pedestal. They may abuse you, say bad things about you, and still you love them. So consider this word, unconditional. Unconditional kindness. You still want them to be happy. And with your actions, you consider how least you can harm them. And when our mothers die, all they can think about is concern for their children. Will they manage? Will they be all right? Will they feel bad because you're leaving on bad terms? It's endless, the worry, the anxiety. And for some of us, we will know that it is only when you are a mother and you are going through the same things with your children that you look back and remember your own mother with kindness when you took her for granted. So as we start to bring our meditation to a conclusion, we can end where we started with this consideration of bodhicitta, the precious awakening mind that can only want all sentient beings to become enlightened if it has developed such an unconditional regard and recognition and remembrance of the kindness of all our mothers from the past to the present and to the future, who will literally carry us to enlightenment. So bring all that love, that compassion, that equanimity into your heart. And you might wish in your own silent space to be saying the four immeasurables with me, which is so appropriate at the end of these meditations. May all my mother sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all my mother sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all my mother sentient beings never be separated from the happiness that is free from suffering. And may all my mother sentient beings never be separated from the perfect view of equanimity, free of attachment for some and aversion to others. And dedicate your meditation to your quick enlightenment so that you may help all beings become enlightened. Thank you so much for that opportunity. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see some of you tomorrow.